This is Brian Pulido, publisher of Coffin Comics, and I'm presenting an all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Lady Gunfighter, Condemnation. Shot and presumed dead, Lady Gunfighter has no time to heal. She and her loyal partner Pike have bloody work to do. Together, they journey to a nightmarish town on the edge of civilization to rescue a loved one from savage outlaws. But will the wicked gunslinger Jebediah Kane really allow them to escape? Or will he and his demonic pistol send Lady Gunfighter straight to hell? It's a bullet-riddled supernatural western in the Coffin Comics manner. Please back our campaign now and tell everyone you know. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. That was the world premiere of the Lady Gunfighter Condemnation video. And right now, here and now, is the official Coffin preview of Lady Gunfighter Condemnation, the second chapter in the Lady Gunfighter story, and also where it all comes together. If you've read chapter 1, Chapter 2 is the big payoff. If you're new to Lady Gunfighter, no problem. We're going to be offering Chapter 1 as well. Now, if you take a look behind me, you're seeing a lot of question marks. And what that means is I'm going to show you some of the goods. Now, before we get too deep into it, let me roll out some of the basics. Lady Gunfighter Condemnation comes to our crowdfunding platform, Coffin Launch, on June 26th, 3 weeks from now at 6 p.m. Arizona time. And for each and every one of you who back a physical pledge, you can receive this gorgeous challenge coin. Full color now, very dimensional, featuring Mike Chrome art on one side and Richard Ortiz art on the other. That's right. So for the first 24 hours, all backers of physical pledges will receive this coin free. And thereafter, after 24 hours, the coin's going to cost $24.99. That's what's up. So without further ado, I want to show you some of the pages. So come on over here and check out the art. So this story is written by Mike McLean, edited by yours truly. I had something to do with the story as well. It is illustrated by Joel Gomez, colored by Hedwin Zalvadar, and lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. Not that you could tell because you don't see any lettering, but we didn't want to give any of it away. Again, this story, as the video says, is the climax, everybody. This really develops the story, answers the question of can Lady Gunfighter, Eliza Ryan, go up against her nefarious enemy? And I just got to tell you, there's some secrets and some twists that I think you'll enjoy. So without further ado, I would like to check out a couple questions, and then I'm going to show you what we got. So let's see here. So Chad says, hey there. Chad, how's it going up there in the northern country? And Samantha, what's up? Finally, Outcast. Is Coffin Comics starting to expand? I mean, that question is up to you, I think. You know, Coffin has been putting out what Coffin has been putting out. I mean, this year we're putting out 8 brand new projects, and we do stuff every other week. You tell me, are we expanding? I don't know. But let's get into all the cool additions that we have to offer. So check it out. First up, we have the Premiere Edition. The Premiere Edition will be 48 pages and square bound. The Premiere Cover Edition is by Diego Bernard, and I believe it's colored by Enzo Fernandez. That'll be available for $26.99. Next up is the Joel Gomez Edition. Our wonderful illustrator and longtime collaborator, Joel Gomez, has an evocative image of Lady Gunfighter and little elements of her story told on this very cool cover. Next up, we have the Jeweled Edition. This Jeweled Edition is by Richard Ortiz, and jewels will be applied by Shannon G. Next up is the official Holofoil Edition by Jay Anacleto. Have you been seeing these amazing covers that Jay is knocking out of the park for us? Man, he's right now on our current campaign, Lady Satanis. It's a beautiful cover. Now, this cover is gorgeous, and I got to tell you, when we do Lady Death, Immortal Deception in August, that cover he did is bananas. It's just lovely. I'm really happy he's contributing. Next up, Eric Henson, Arizona's own, is providing the ultra foil cover. You'll see a mock-up of some of the treatments in the gun and in the logo. Next up, Jamie Tyndall is providing the art for the Supernatural edition. And rounding out our main editions, check out this embossed metallic edition by Mike Crone. And let me see if I can give you, look at the essence of this thing. So beautiful. The embossed metal technology is phenomenal. And we've been having fun working our files back and forth to maximize the effect. If you were here in the studio, you would see Lady Gunfighter in the foreground, and then we've quote unquote knocked back some of the background so we could emphasize her. I think you will enjoy it when you see it. Now, all these are our main editions, yet if you were to purchase all of them in a bundle we call the High Roller, we would throw this next edition in for free. And that is exclusive to the High Roller. That is by Randy Queen, and we call this the Dastardly Edition. Randy has been putting out some amazing work this year for us, and we are huge fans. I highly encourage you to get familiar with his work. He is awesome. The next series of books are associated with the Mega Baller tier. So it's all the books I've shown you plus the following. The cool white version of the Ortiz, the color variation of the Mike Crone, the color variation of the Jay Anacleto, and the color variation of the one and only Jamie Tyndall. Now, some people like the really juicy books, so I'm going to reveal to you right now our Ultimate Edition by Brett Booth. Check out the cool detail and Lady Gunfighter's demon guns, which fire bullets that hit their target wherever they may be. We're offering this in trade dress, but also in the raw edition, so you can see the monumental work provided by Brett in El Delso. And then the Virgin Art version. For this particular campaign, the sets will be limited to 35 copies, and they're part of what we call the Ultimate Legend. And the Legend edition for this series is by Lucio Pulido, and this is trade dress. This is what we call the raw, and then this is the Virgin Art. These sets are limited to 35 copies. Now, some guys and gals out there are really into the mega VIP stuff. So here's the Ultimate Edition. It comes with all the comic books you've seen, plus the Brett Booth Holo, Brett Booth Embossed Metal, the Lucio Holo, the Lucio Embossed Metal, and then finally, rounding out our ultimate top tier, the glow-in-the-dark version of the Ortiz, and it's the glow-in-the-dark metallic edition. So it's metal and it glows. We'll show you a demo of that shortly. Now, some people like prints, and I'm one of them. So let me show you some of the items that are prints in this campaign. We have our official commemorative edition, and that will be featuring serial numbers in the bottom. We have done this on every crowdfunding campaign we've ever done. Art by Diego Bernard. We have the Supernatural edition, commemorative by Jamie Tyndall. And then we have the Lucio Pulido Legend and the Brett Booth Ultimate print. But that's not all when it comes to the prints. We have one additional print set featuring the imagery by Joel Gomez, Eric Henson, Ortiz, who is a guest at Swornfest, by the way, Jay Anacleto, and Mike Crone. But that's not all, everybody. Let me just fix this little guy up right here. So those are the prints that we're offering. And additionally, we have a series of cards, because I don't know about you, I am definitely a card fan, but I'm going to take a moment and see if there's any questions. Let's see here. The first chapter was amazing. Can't wait to read. Thank you, Matt. Solomon, what's up, Sworn? What's up, Sworn family? Hellsike says, greetings to Lady Gunfighter from the star system. Hell yeah. And then let's see here. Chad's asking T about Swornfest. And then Matt Stapleton says that Eric Henson is in your face. It is absolutely in your face, Mosh Pit Matt. Let's check out some of the metallic cards that we're offering on the campaign. Here are your set. Joel Gomez, Eric Henson, Arizona Zone, Richard Ortiz, Anacleto, and Chrome. Then we have a set that we call the Ultimate Metallic Card Set, which includes Diego Bernard, Tyndall, Brett Booth, Pulido, and Ortiz. So that's for our card fans out there. Now, I know some people want merch, so you're not left out either. Check it out, the official metal print for Lady Gunfighter by Richard Ortiz. I'm a fan. I'm not going to lie. I've been a Richard Ortiz fan ever since we began working together 19 years ago in 2006. And because I'm a fan of this gorgeous image, here is the official Lady Gunfighter t-shirt featuring the art of Mike Chrome. That's going to be a fun shirt to wear. And I guess we got carried away. We just love that image so much. We actually are making a 24 by 36 poster, reasonably priced at $25, which actually includes shipping, if you could imagine. We put it on a nice tube for you, all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool. But that's not all. You guys and gals notice the particular battle jacket I'm wearing? Well, it's time to offer it to you again. So please check out. We will be offering the Coffin Crew patch set. Features the front patches. These are name patches, Sworn and Coffin Crew, some additional patches, and then the back patch set, Coffin Crew, the rocker across the front, the large back patch, and the Sworn. So that is available. And people ask me sometimes, Brian, how do I get a vest? Real easy. Get a Levi trucker jacket, any color you like, and cut off the sleeves, and you have a vest. In fact, that's some version of what we did here. Let me just double check and see. Believe it or not, that is our campaign. I'm going to double check. Brandon Desjardins says, awesome. Samantha says, so beautiful. I'm definitely, and then Matt saying, I'm definitely going to add that shirt. And let's see here. So Rich is asking comic size prints. I'll tell you what, there'll be comic-like size prints as part of the free swag that we will reveal as the campaign gets going. So we do have some nice 6x9, which is reasonably like a comic. And let's see here if there's anything else. So Chad's asking about tea, about Swornfest. Well, no tea, but by mid-June, we'll make our next major guest announcement. And if you've missed it, obviously Swornfest is happening last weekend of January 2026. And Richard Ortiz is our first announced guest, along with myself, Mike McLean, and representatives from CBCS, CGC, and Clan McDonald Live Selling Group. So that's some of that. So again, I want to emphasize, start your engines, consider signing up, be part of our mailing list, and get notified, because for the first 24 hours, this gorgeous coin is going to be 100% free to people who back the physical pledges. And there it is. Rich said, thank you. Christine said, got to get that shirt. I definitely think you should get that shirt. Folks, it's a fun and exciting time here at Coffin Comics. We still have our Lady Satanist Looks That Kill crowdfunding campaign going at coffinlaunch.com. I encourage you to back that campaign if you have not. If you have not heard, we have moved away from Kickstarter for the time being, and we are now doing our own crowdfunding at Coffin Launch. We've done we're on our third campaign. This will be our fourth. So join us. Let's see. And what else? This weekend, Phoenix Fan Fusion, Coffin Comics in full effect. This is a hometown show, so we bring it all out. That's all I can tell you. It took like 75 people and 16 18-wheeled semi-trucks to get all our stuff out there. That's an exaggeration. That's not literal. And let's see here. Glitch says there's some real beauties there. And then Chad said loves the background on that one. And Rich Powell says, very nice. Love the attitude in Chrome's cover. So do I. That one's just phenomenal. I think you're going to enjoy the work. As you can imagine, we've worked very far in advance on this. We're so happy to finally get it into your hands. I want to thank you so much for taking some time in your very busy day and considering our wares. In the time and place that we live, there are many, many challenges, but it is our goal and our objective just to provide a little fun and excitement in an otherwise turbulent world. That's what Coffin Comics does. Of course, it's done in the whole domain of rock and roll inspired supernatural comics. And we've got to thank you so much for your support. And we're asking for your support on this next campaign. So all I got to say is y'all been great. I've been Brian Pulido. Slay ya later. This is Brian Pulido, publisher of Coffin Comics, and I'm presenting an all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Lady Gunfighter, Condemnation. Shot and presumed dead, Lady Gunfighter has no time to heal. She and her loyal partner Pike have bloody work to do. Together, they journey to a nightmarish town on the edge of civilization to rescue a loved one from savage outlaws. But will the wicked gunslinger Jebediah Kane really allow them to escape? Or will he and his demonic pistol send Lady Gunfighter straight to hell? It's a bullet-riddled supernatural western in the Coffin Comics manner. Please back our campaign now and tell everyone you know. Thank you so much.